everyone, Amanda Saladin here from Love Life Yarn. Today I'm going to show you how to take this feather stitch square and turn it into a tree. Start by turning your square and bringing the edges together. We're going to slip stitch these edges together like so. So join some new yarn right here where you want the very top of your tree to be. Now I did a feather stitch square. You can use any stitch pattern you like, and I did a single crochet border around the outside of it so that it was very easy to slip stitch together. So you can see here I'm going to join my yarn and slip stitch. So I'm going in only the outer loops and slip stitching the edges together. So you're just going to continue working your way all the way down, slip stitching in these outer loops all the way to the end, which makes for a super easy project. So stop here at the corner. All right, now we're ready to fold up the bottom. You can see my seam right here. And I'm going to fold this up. So I'm going to catch this corner stitch, just that back loop again, and slip stitch it closed with my last little loop that was on my hook already. And we're going to work across the bottom in the same manner. So just grabbing those outer loops and slip stitching, work your way all the way down to the end. So I'm down at the end here, and I'm going to fasten off. I had already cut my yarn, and I'm going to join my yarn over here. So let me grab and make a slip stitch. And I was actually wondering if you needed a slip stitch when you join the yarn here, but I just usually do, unless that knot is going to be annoying and kind of show. So I went ahead and did, and I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch this side closed as well. Actually going to work from the center out because I think that it'll make it a little bit neater. Because what if you're working from the center in and you leave a kind of weird bumper thing? So I'm just going to start here. After I get my yarn to cooperate. It just loves to do that when I'm filming. I don't understand that. So here we go. Grabbing my outer loops and slip stitching. I'm going to work all the way across here as well. Just closing up this last seam, making us a kind of a 3D tree. I really love how the thickness of this is like about a ½ inch thick when it was done, and it just feels really good in the hand. Like it's a really nice weight and texture. And I really loved using cotton yarn with it, but you could use any yarn that you like. Okay, there is my tree. So you can see it here. And there's the tip of it. Obviously, I want to weave in these ends, and then it will be ready. You could leave a hanger on it like this. You could actually leave that one if you like. But I'm personally not going to have a hanger on mine, so I'm going to grab my yarn needle. And this kind of project, I'm not going to worry about weaving in the ends. That is totally up to you. It's a personal choice if you want to weave it in. Right now I'm just going to pull that loop. I would definitely cut my yarn and fasten off there. But I just honestly take the yarn ends inside and pull them through and then clip them off. I'll grab my little snips here and clip them off like this. Now, if you want, you can weave them in like normal. Said personal preference there. And I just like to just pull mine inside. And so there's our tree. So once we have that done, got my ends woven in, I'm going to make the trunk. So about the third, or a little more so. So I'm going to pick a spot and join my yarn. I have a nice brown scrap cotton yarn here. It's actually a discontinued yarn, but it doesn't matter for a project like this. So join it here. And we're going to work half double, but I'm only going to chain one because I don't want to count that as a stitch. And it doesn't matter to me if it's that height. So go ahead and half double. And we're going to half double crochet 5. So what I found though is I don't want to work in the same 2 loops of this particular stitch because it makes it too loose. So I'm always going to move to a different spot. So there's 2. And I find these loops, so 3. and 4. And if you would like a tutorial on the feather stitch, please go ahead and visit the written pattern instructions that you can see in the description. Let me check this here. So you can check and see that, yeah, to me that looks about even. So I'm liking this. And if you need to do another 1 or 2 stitches to make it even, definitely do that. It doesn't have to be 5. 5 worked for me, so now I'm going to turn it. Because I think just one layer is going to curl. So I'm going to make a double. So I'm going to, okay, come back to the back. Oh, I'm splitting my yarn. So let's go through there. And I'm going to work another 5 going across the back. So you can see here my back stitch. And the feather stitch gives you lots of easy loops to work into. Some of them are a little loose, so that's why like I said, if I go through this one, I'm not going to go through the same 2. I'm going to split this and go through 1 and catch a different loop so it doesn't get too loose. So however many stitches you did across the front, do that many across the back. I said mine was 5, and that's what the pattern instructions, the written instructions say. So go ahead back through there. So it just keeps it from curling up or getting weird on the edges. All right, you can see we have made a circle, so go ahead and slip stitch in the first. Mine is, again, not always cooperating when I'm filming, and that is okay. All right, so here we made pretty much a circle, and there's my little tail, where I joined. But I'm going to slip stitch these together too, because I don't want it open at the bottom. So you can see that it's open right now, and so I'm just going to do what I did before, and I'm going to slip stitch across these 5 stitches. Actually, with the way that mine ended up being, it almost was like 4 that I had to close up, because when I joined, it kind of closed it at that end. So just work your way across, slip stitching it together. Okay, my last one is not wanting to go in. All right, and now it is closed. I'm going to obviously weave in the end, especially with that little join. I'm going to clip this off here. And since I don't want a knot here, I'm going to pull it through. And then I will just weave in these ends, and the tree will be ready. All right, so that's how you make the tree itself. Like I said, if you want the feather stitch square, go ahead and check out. I have a video linked in the post. And you can put fun buttons on it. You can glue them, or you can sew them on. You can use all kinds of cute little things to make it look more holiday-like, more of a Christmas tree. Like this one was a little bit larger, I'll put it up the top. And you could just do something fun like that, and it'll be ready to gift.